Resident Evil 4 began its development as early as 1999. In its long development cycle there were 4 different versions of the beta, as well as Capcom's Devil May Cry originally being conceived to be the next in the Resident Evil franchise. This time in Resident Evil's history is constantly scrutinised by fans for information on these lost Resident Evil games. Some of the games in this time span were more than halfway finished. Most fans refer to this body of incomplete work as Resident Evil 3.5. On January 11, 2005, Capcom begat the world the complete reworked final version of Resident Evil 4 and changed the direction of the Resident Evil series for years to come.
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess, we can get out of it.
Back with Leon Kennedy for this instalment as he battles an evil cult to rescue the President's daughter. It's crammed full of colourful villains and high-octane action and gratuitous violence. With the camera situated over the shoulder in the third-person view, the puzzle-based survival horror has taken a back seat for this action Hollywood-style adventure. But it would be unfair to say that this has completely shaken off the classic Resident Evil formula. All the charm is still here. Out of all the action-oriented Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 4 does definitely maintain the creepy atmosphere. And if you play it on a harder difficulty, it does stretch to feeling like a survival horror game in some parts of the game. It's the fantastic shooting mechanics that make this game a joy to play. Blasting through herds of enemies with a plethora of weapons never gets old. This is mixed in seamlessly with an array of grounded surrealness not out of place within the game world you inhabit, alongside some pretty abstract Japanese video game weirdness. Strange things like the merchant character. The merchant turns up throughout the game for you to peddle your wares to him and buy new items and weapons.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
And randomly be able to kill the fish and have them take up all your inventory space. And what's with all the eggs? Speaking of the inventory system, once this briefcase starts getting a bit crowded, you will find yourself meticulously arranging your weapons and ammos for one more block of space. It ends up being one of the most therapeutic menu screens in video game history, and you'll spend hours rearranging all your stuff.
Oh, no.
The set pieces and over the top bosses really make up the meat of the experience. With some really spectacular visuals. This footage is from the Xbox One HD re-release and really looks great, but this game still looked the part on GameCube and PS2. The cinematic feel really works in this game's favour. One of my favourite things about the way it tells its story is when Leon is in contact with Hannigan via video call, only for the bad guys to hijack comms and giving Leon some epic villain speech with lines like this peach.
Writhe in my cage of torment, my friend.
Of course the game still has a few bad points. Once you rescue the President's daughter Ashley, the whole game turns into an escort mission where you have to make sure she isn't captured and she's topped up on health.
Wait. Follow me. Wait. Follow me. Wait. Follow me.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
There's plenty to see in this game. There's even an Easter egg for all the Capcom fans out there, when the dog from Hunting Grounds will turn up and help you with an El Gigante boss if you rescued him at the beginning. Of course, with it being Capcom, there is a ton of unlockables and extra modes to get through, so the replayability is high here. Depending on what format you want to play this game on, you can find the PS2 version for less than £5. The HD version and the Xbox One and PS4 version are around £18, and if you ask me, I think it's worth paying the extra just to play it on a high definition TV.
Next time works better for close encounters.
Even though Resident Evil 4 is vastly different to the classic Resident Evil family, it's still a classic video game in its own right. I would still love a new game with the old style, but if you fancy some action with a coat of Resident Evil paint, it doesn't get much better than this.
Hasta luego.